Hey, I haven't done a video on this one, but these are side-mounted motors. If I ever get the chance to do one of these for you, they're actually really good. This is on an existing gate, and it's a steel gate, and you can see that it's quite a heavy gate. If it's steel, it's heavy. But these arms, these reticulated arms, I think they're called. Excuse the road noise. They're very, I'd say they're very reliable and strong, because the motor is, if you have a look under here, the motor is facing down, and so it's just torquing this whole entire thing sideways, so it's not pulling against anything. And these arms are actually quite strong. They're sort of sturdy, real sturdy sort of arms. So you have the master unit, and then you have the slave unit, and so the control unit's actually inside that unit over there. One of the downsides of these motors is there's not much room inside of the actual top. You should see how squashed it is inside of there, especially when you've got a whole bunch of accessories running. So this customer's got a keypad system that communicates with a monitor all the way down there in the house. Oh, look at that, that's lovely. They've also got a keypad over there on that post, and what they do when they're inside the house, somebody rings the bell and she can pretty much just press a button, and it'll open the gate. Also it records videos as well, so it's a pretty cool setup. I do actually highly recommend these motors. They're pretty strong if you've got some heavy gates. They're also designed to work on block pillars, where you've got a big block pillar. This one's actually mounted on a post, but a lot of the time these are mounted on block pillars, and they're pretty sturdy units. There's also like an exit button here. This is an existing exit button that the customer had, and all we've done is just wired up a contact so that when you press it, the gate opens. And so this one's on 100% power, and you can just see how quickly it opens. So it's pretty good open, and it's just like a little slight soft close when it opens. It looks like it's snowing, but it's actually this tree. It's pretty cool. This one's on a 15-second auto close, so you can imagine they've just driven out and the gate's open. I wouldn't want to do anything less than 15, because if somebody's inside here and they want to get out and they want to press the button, then they are going to have to rush back to their car and hopefully not get hit by the gate. These motors and all the V2 motors are installed with an ampermetric sensor. So an ampermetric sensor, what it does is it actually, sorry, the customer just turned up, so it's a bit awkward. But this is what it looks. Yeah, they have an ampermetric sensor, which an ampermetric sensor will sense when there's a voltage ampage increase in the motor, and so obviously if there's an obstacle, it raises the amp rating inside the motor somehow. Maybe someone else will know exactly what that means, but all I know that is a sensitivity setting that you can set sort of from 0 amps all the way up to 5 amps or something like that. But when you do the setup for this gate, there's an automatic setup routine, and the automatic setup routine determines what the best force is to use for the ampermetric sensor. Because when it closes on this stopper down here, obviously it's going to raise the amperage level. So if you have it too sensitive, then you'll have the motor will just stop. It will time out just when it's in normal operation. So the trick is to try and get it set to the right setting. But this one's set to 2.1 amps, so that's a pretty cool setting. It seems to be working fine. It's not sensing out, I guess that's what I call it, because on the LED inside of there it'll say sends, which means that their sensor has gone off. But yeah, that's the basic rundown of these sort of rear mounted zorus motors. Very, very good motors. I do rate them, but remember again, if you want to have a battery backup, if you want to have heaps of sort of accessories, you're going to have to run a separate box. So actually behind there's another box, and inside that's got a battery and all sorts of bits and pieces, all the connections, so that all you really do is you run up 1 or 2 cables up into the bottom, so you don't have heaps of wiring on the inside. So I hope that's been educational. I know some people have been are getting a lot more views on videos that are more sort of how to install these motors, and I'm happy to keep doing that. If you want to get more videos, or if you're an installer or something and you've got some advice you'd like to give me, I'm always open to learning. I'm just learning just like you are. But yeah, hope you have a great day. Catch up with you later.